Sixth grade lesson 11.4 is surface area of pyramids. We've been working with prisms where you had a base and then the base had a matching top, right? And then it all connected, and those lateral sides that went around the outside to connect to the base to the top, those were all rectangular shaped, right? Pyramid is slightly different. It has a base still, same, but it does not have a top that matches. Instead, all of its lateral sides all kind of lean into each other until they come to a point. On a prism, our lateral sides were all rectangular because of the way that worked with the base and needing to go straight from the base to the matching top. On a pyramid, all of their lateral sides are going to be triangular. So quick review of our formulas for area. Parallelogram, area is base times height. Triangle, we knew we're going to need that one today. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a trapezoidal pyramid, but just in case, just to get it stuck in our head anyway, the trapezoid area of a trapezoid is A equals 1/2 the base 1 plus base 2 times height. So there's those formulas again. Let's go ahead and have a look at this lesson. So Kara is making a model of the pyramid of the sun for a history project. The base is a square with a side length of 12. So 12, 12, 12, 12. Each triangular face has a height of 7 inches. What is the surface area of Kara's model? So find the surface area of the square pyramid is our job. We want to label the dimensions on the net of the pyramid. So here is the net of the pyramid, just like we did nets for those cardboard boxes. If we were to unwrap a pyramid or cut and unfold a pyramid, you would have the base sitting here with all of its triangle sides in an outward flap like that. Let's label those dimensions on there. They said that these sides are all 12 on that square. And then the height is 7 inches. This was inches as well. So there we've labeled those. They want us to find the area of the base and each triangular face. They gave us the formula area equals s to the second power. Remember, with a square, our base is 12 and our height is 12. They say side times side. Base times height, 12 times 12, side times side, or side to the second power, 12 to the second power. That's 12 by itself. So 12 times 12, well, let's put the 12 here. 12 to the second power, or 12 times 12, is 144 inches square. Our base has an area of 144 inches square. That covers this part of our pyramid. Okay? So we were supposed to write this here. Substitute 12 for S and simplify. Okay, now we're going to look at the face of that. Now, because this is 12, this is 12, this is 12, and this is 12, all of those have the same base. And their heights were all the same too. So I really can find one of those and then just multiply it by the 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So we're using area equals 1/2 base times height. So we will substitute 12 for base and 7 for height. We will calculate that. Half of 12 is 6, and 6 times 7 is 42. That's for one of those. We've only really calculated one of those triangles is 42 inches squared. Okay. Then they say add the areas to find the surface area of the pyramid. Well, we have the square base, which we have figured out was 144, plus 4 multiplied by 42, right? Because we needed to do this 42 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we do the 4 times the 42. And if you look at our situation here now, we have this operation and this operation. Those are two different operations. Add and multiply are different operations. So if there are more than one operation there, I need to follow the order of operations. Parentheses, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? Parentheses, nope. Exponents, nope. multiplication, division. There's multiply. This has to go first. So we'll do 42 times 4 is 168. So we're going to end up with 144 plus 168. And that total is going to be 312 inches squared. So the surface area of Kara's model is 312 inches square. So you're probably noticing these steps could be done pretty much the same way as before. Identify the shapes and their dimensions of that three-dimensional figure, the flat shapes, right? Then what formulas will you need? Then calculate and add it all up. Okay, the top of this talks about the lateral area, L, of a solid figure. That's the sum of the areas of the lateral faces. All of the lateral faces added together is what they mean. I think you are comfortable with that concept, that we've got to add all of the pieces together once we have the area so that we can find out the whole surface area. Kwan is making a tent in the shape of a triangular pyramid. The three sides of the tent are made of fabric, and the bottom will be left open. The faces have a height of 10 feet and a base of 6 feet. What is the area of the fabric Kwan needs to make the tent? Now, he's got the lateral side, the lateral side, the lateral side. And did you catch the part where he's not putting any fabric on the bottom there? So we don't need fabric for that. So we don't need to figure out the base of that. That's not necessary. We just need to know how much fabric he needs. So we need to know these three triangles. We only need the lateral area. So we would draw and label a net for the pyramid. Now, the net for this isn't as bad for me on these pyramids. It kind of goes out like that. But what we're only needing, they say shade the lateral area of the net. The reason they're asking us to do that is because, remember, he's not having fabric on the base. So we were only needing the fabric for this. Okay? We're going to find the area of one of the lateral faces of the pyramid using A equals 1/2 base times height because they are triangles. And we have a base of 6 and a height of 10. So base of 6, height of 10. Half of 6 is 3, and 3 times 10 is 30. That is for one of those, 30 feet squared. And as you well know, we have 3 of those. That's why they've got this 3 here. 3 times 30 is 90 feet square. So the area of fabric Kwan needs is 90 feet square. We didn't need to do the base, right? Because he's not putting cloth there. So sometimes you have to read through and get the details and make sure that you're not missing anything, that you're not calculating in a piece that's not necessary. So pay attention to detail and then use your steps and use your formulas. Hopefully you'll be very comfortable doing this lesson.